Okay, we're on week 4 of our sketchbook roulette. I decided I'm calling it that because every week we just never know. First off, what am I going to sketch, what sketchbook I'm going to use, and the supplies I'm going to use. I just change it every week, so I thought that was a fun name. So once again, I jump around in this sketchbook. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. I was going through the sketchbook and noticed that there was this like beautifully painted page, 2 pages. I said, let me just go ahead and go right on top of that. So I did it. I did it upside down though in the sketchbook because I wanted this heavy stuff on the bottom and this was actually on the top. So, but if you go through my sketchbook regularly, it will be upside down, which is okay. So then I've already done all of these pages and now we skip clear over here. I did this a long time ago, but I did another Aperol Spritz page, though it's not my favorite. I've done this subject several times and I don't know, I just find it fun. This is a pretty simplistic one. All right, now jumping to the next one. I found these pages that also just had paint smeared on them. So I said, oh my gosh, let me use them. I have made these paintings before. This week, I always sit here and struggle with, what am I gonna do different today or this time? And you know, you really don't have to do anything different. You could do the same thing over and over. There is so many artists out there that literally paint the exact same thing over and over and over again. And I'm like, why not me? Why can't I just come out here and do the same thing and not think so hard? So this was one of my first pieces a long time ago. I just sketched it out to see what, you know what I mean? Can I do it again? Do I like him enough to do it again? Whatever. This one, the smoker, I always like these ones. I was playing around with adding, stripes, making the cowboy a little bit more fun. All right, jumping over. This book is almost done, so we're gonna do a whole sketchbook tour when it is. Just for funsies, I'll stop right here. This one, this is like a spritz type drink. I actually love this one the best. And it's where I put down a little bit of collage in the background. My favorite. It's my favorite. Anyways, it'll always be compared to that one. You know what is so funny? Well, I did this and then just left it. I was just like, whatever. I didn't like it at all. Then I was like, let me just do some flowers. Didn't really like it. I would call this all unsuccessful, but whatever. It came out. All right, jumping over. So before I started the week, I pre-painted a bunch of pages. I just laid some paint down, smeared it out very quickly. And then I came and used my other tools over it. So I got a cowgirl here in like a big cow neck sweater. Another stripey guy. The stripes kind of look McDonald's-y to me. This guy actually laid down his cigarette. I didn't bring anything white, whether I had a jelly pen, and in my Substack I wrote how I can never get the jelly pen to work. In fact, if we go back to the flowers, I tried everything to get that jelly pen to just do its job and it refuses, and I just like, that's no fun to me, right? So I was like, whatever. So I knew I was gonna give him a sig. The only way I could do it is with collage. So that's what happened. My Marys, I love putting like fun things on the front of their shirts. So I've done smiley faces, rainbows, the horseshoe. I think this next series, yeah, I've got one with the evil eye, or even holding a mug with something. So I love that. So here are some future pages. These are pages that I did last week that I just didn't get to this time. But you see how fun they are? Just smear it around and then just do something right on top of it. And this is the last sketch. Yeah, I wanted a food scene and a cowgirl, and that's kind of what I came up with. So those are my sketches for the week. If you have any questions about any particular sketch, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer your question. And other than that, we will see you back here next week.